Hello, I just watched episode 9 of season 1 of Star Trek Starfleet Academy, which unfortunately is here at the very end, is having a pretty kind of mediocre run of episodes for different reasons. Unfortunately, this one is probably the most mediocre, and it's a first part of a two-parter at the end here, where it's like, yep, there's a member of the cast who's got family problems and they have to go against orders basically and get back to their family because there's something like, sometimes it's family honor, sometimes this one it's rescuing a mother, so it's got to go and do that. And then of course there's the fellow cast students in this case who are like, oh, well, we're going to go along and help you because we're your family. And he's like, no, you can't, I have to do this alone. But of course they come along. We have that. And then of course the ones that are left behind, the Chancellor, Helly Hunter and Robert Picardo, and the War College guy who's sort of shrunk into the background. They're like, well, we have to go against orders and steal what's basically the enterprise of this show, the Athena, is it? To go and rescue them, and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, if we cross over this line, we're just like we're on our own and things. And of course, they do that, and we get to the planet and they're searching for the mom, and he's like, someone's going to jump out of the shadows and hold a knife to him, and it's going to turn out to be the mom. At which point, that just immediately happens, and she doesn't like Starfleet, and sorry, I just saw a rat zip across the road, and luckily my little doodle is completely oblivious and sniffing something, and did not even see it at all, so that's good. Okay, that was a little brief wildlife update in the middle of for my backyard, in the middle of me talking about this. But yeah, it's very rote. All the way up to, it's a two-parter. So at the end of the two-parter, it's an existential threat for the entire, for the Federation. We can't, the thing I've kind of liked about this season at most of its points is it's been about kids going through school in Starfleet, kind of going through college in Starfleet. And that has actually been kind of like a nice reprise from everything has to be an existential, oh my God, the universe is going to end if we don't do everything. I mean, they have had some of that already too, but at least, but of course it's a two-parter, so it's got to indulge in what is really just fucking boilerplate rote finale kind of slop. I feel like it's really well acted, and I like the characters, but and the actors who are portraying the characters, but they're trapped in what is just like, I've seen this 1,000 times. Can we stop with this already? I guess we'll hope that this one they've formed a giant dome around the entire Federation space, which is, it's space. It's kind of insanely big, but it's science fiction fantasy, so we shouldn't get hung up on that. Hopefully, but I mean, even at the beginning, it's like, oh, he's put one bomb here, so we have to suck all our resources, all concentrated into Federation space, and it's like, oh, guys, anybody with even a little bit of doneness would be like, okay, this is maybe a trap again. The supervillain in this has already tricked them, quotation marks, tricked them once in a way that it's like, you kind of like, boy, there's not many strategic thinkers at Starfleet apparently. And yes, so it's I really enjoyed. I didn't get to see the first 3 or 4 episodes, and some of this is, that's another problem, is some of this is all of this season finale is calling back to what were reportedly kind of so episode set up episodes at the beginning of the season. So I'm also out of the loop there. So I'm probably going to have to go and watch somebody's recap of at least the pilot to get a little bit more of the resonances. I found the mom character well acted again, but really one note of she hates Starfleet and I hate Starfleet, and you have to come with me, and it's like I can't tell her that it's Starfleet, even though this is my found family now. It's just like, I just found her dispiritingly boring. It's funny, in the flashbacks she had kind of long hair that was kind of nicely styled, and now she's got kind of the helmet head. And I was just like, I looked at that and my heart sunk, because it was like, oh, you're the helmet head kind of character, helmet head, helmet hairdo kind of female character that is often put on this show, that is kind of, unreasonable. And we can tell you're unreasonable right to start with, because you've got an unreasonable haircut. All right, I'm going to leave it there. And hopefully hope for the best for the final episode of this season, because I'm a Star Trek geek, and I've actually kind of really enjoyed parts of this. It's a different kind of Star Trek, but I think I've finally kind of made my peace with, we can have different kinds of Star Trek and enjoy those ones, especially if they're really well acted and well shot, like this show is, and sometimes is well written. Sometimes, nothing that I would say is perfection yet, but it's like some shows that really kind of went the mile there. Yeah, all right, I will leave it there. More videos later.